Sorry, I was muted. Oh god. Sorry, everyone. So yeah, this is Resident Evil Dead Aim. It's a gun con game. You're supposed to play with a light gun, but you can also play with a DualShock, like I'm doing here. And interesting enough, you can play with a USB mouse, according to the manual. Yeah, sorry for the having muted the mic there. So it's a pretty straightforward game. Going from point A to point B a lot. Trying to avoid as much combat as possible. And if you are a Resident Evil fan and you want to run a game of the series, I would recommend this. Mostly because it feels like a classic Resident Evil, but doesn't have that much puzzle memorization or much RNG at all. First section we are in is the boat, or the ship. Start of this game is the bioterrorism went to a Umbrella-owned ship. The virus got loose, so we are like a special agent going to investigate what caused the ship to go astray. And when we find ourselves in the ship full of zombies, and try to escape here. I'm not gonna save. Saving. It's not needed. Hopefully the game doesn't crash on me. It crashed for the first time yesterday. So I hope it doesn't happen today. I agree, Hellrock. For 2003 being a super early PS2 game, it looks fantastic. It does slow down a bit in some sections. That goes from 60 to like 40 FPS-ish. But besides one or two rooms, it runs really solid. Let's see here. This game has a mechanic where you change between characters. And for some reason, and I thank Capcom for that, because it's really nice, you recover full health when you change between the guy and the girl. So health pickups are not that needed during the game. Only instance I will be grabbing a first aid kit is here, and to use on the last boss, so I'm gonna see this like 30 minutes from now. Trying to get the valve to open the hatch. Don't worry, grab the key. There we go. And try to avoid getting grabbed here or not. Thank you, game. Some zombie hugs that you're gonna see me get here are dependent on the zombie movement more than my movement. You know, we're expected to avoid for the best time, but sometimes it is unavoidable. Grab this. Quick turn. I have our cutscene on their first character switch. With her during the entire game, we don't even shoot a single bullet. It's all avoidance. I don't remember quite the plot of this game with many details because last time I played this on the English version casually was like about 8 years ago, and I decided to learn the speedrun. I went directly to Japanese board. So naming conventions and what actually is happening, I have no idea. I just know, oh, you're on a ship and I have zombies. Murphy is a jerk, the end, pretty much. Yeah, you could resume it like that. Okay, we're not supposed to go here. We're supposed to go straight. Well, that's why we unlocked, but muscle memory. I learned this run like a month ago, so I still with a little bit of casual muscle memory built in. Let's skip this, and this is our first boss fight, and pretty much the reason why we do the run on the easy difficulty, because we start with a shotgun. Optimal fight is 2 shots per hunter. Clearly the game is not giving me that here. Oh, come on. Why did you turn? Please. Okay. I have to grab the safety shotgun ammo. The next, like, 3 or 4 screens from now. That was a horrible hunter fight. But you're around 9 minutes, so not that bad. My best on that split is 850 for the hunter kill. Try to avoid you, thank you. Those are things on this is like hug the walls and they will never get you. Weirdly enough. So going to the true ship purpose here, that is the representation site for Umbrella bioweapon. And this room is my most hated room in the game. We're gonna see soon why. And hopefully this is not gonna be an instance where I hate it. We're going down here, I'm gonna grab the crowbar. We're gonna have our first encounter with Morpheus. Say hi to Morpheus. Say bye to Morpheus. Say hi to Morpheus again. Say bye to Morpheus. And this is the, as I mentioned before, the only instance of RNG that you can get in the game. The card you need can be in any of the 8 crates. So you can get an amazing... oh god. And I have alerts on. Sorry. Ah! Okay. And of the 8 crates... oh god, please. Worst here would be having it on the 8th crate. And having a handgun ammo pickup would make it the worst situation ever. Oh, come on, really? It's just because it's a marathon run, isn't it? Okay. It's the worst RNG ever. There we go. Thank you, game. You make me lose like a minute. The cutscene here, we can skip it. And we're playing. That's her again. I'm gonna go down here. Activate the switch. Hope for the hunter to not hit me. Not because of health, but because of time. Poverty Leon. Mr. Energy. Poverty Leon. He's like the discount Leon that you get when you contract him via eBay, believing it's the real thing, but it's not. And this, I was playing right now, it's like the poverty Ada. I'm talking about Resident Evil 4, you know, mentioning Ada and Leon. I believe back when this game was released, RE4 was still exclusive to the GameCube, so this was the Resident Evil that people on the PS2 played after Nemesis. Can you imagine all your friends playing the Nintendo Resident Evil 4, one of the best games in the series, and you as a PlayStation kid playing this? Nice. Man, I love this game because of how silly it is. But I know it's not a good Resident Evil game. So I'd rather, if I had to choose as a casual playthrough, play RE4 instead. How many? Okay, 45 bullets. Should be enough. Go back into the bar. Oh god. Thank you. As you see, zombies can drop stuff. And because we skipped a weapon that we were supposed to get on the kitchen, I'd recommend, if you play this game without the machine gun, do not kill that zombie, because he can fly to the door and drop a machine gun ammo on the door. And pickups get priority over opening doors and checking stuff. And if you don't have the weapon, it's gonna say you don't have the weapon, and it's not gonna allow you to take the ammo. So you're kinda locked out of stuff. I got a sub 18 boat. Great. So the boat is on a collision course. And we have like 6 minutes to finish the boss here. Because being on a gun con game, every time you go to third person, you reload your weapon. You can use that to pretty much spam the bosses like that. Yes, that was a boss fight. Super difficult, I know. Now we are on the most amazing section of the game for the casual player, the sewers, where every room looks the exact same. Because why not? Since we wasted ammo on the hunters, gonna grab this. Safety there is the grenade launcher, don't use it. I've got lost the next section of the sewers yesterday. Hope it don't get lost today. Okay, that would be like a 2-minute, 3-minute loss. If I do go to the wrong path. Could even get the map for safety, but who needs a map? Again, if you hug walls, you're not gonna get grabbed. But the rule for this game. Let's see how many hits we're gonna take. The sewer things. 1, 2, 3. 3 hits. Okay, could be worse. We got up to 6 hits from that. And they're done with the Bruce section on the sewers. For some reason it starts her looking to the wrong direction. I think you're supposed to go to the side there, grab the map. But you don't need that. We know where we're going. Most of the time. This small section here highlights how much of a like grab this to unlock that this game has. I'm gonna grab this key. Unlock a room back there. Hug me, there we go. Look at here. Unlock that. I'm gonna try to not double check this. Don't lose time. Now we unlocked the door where we grabbed the key from. Yay, fetch quest. I thought of doing a kind of chat chooses before going live on the, you know, if we would play the new game plus or not, but I thought, oh, we submitted for the new game. Because on New Game Plus you can choose to reverse the roles. So the Bruce sections would go. You would play as Fonling, and Fonling sections you would play as Bruce. Only if I had thought it before doing the submission. I think it would be that nice. Interactivity. But on New Game Plus you have all the weapons unlocked, regardless of you grabbing them or not on your casual playthrough, or your first new game playthrough, you still have them unlocked on the second. So you would skip going to the captain's room for the Magnum, that can save some time. And you would have grenade launcher, machine gun, and stuff like that for the bosses. And this is where the "oh, everything looks the same" is even worse. Yes, pretty much that. And then you switch between them and you recover health, because the game is nice. So you don't need to get herbs or first aid kits at all. I think it's nice on anime design is if you kill a flaming zombie and you go near the zombie, you still get damaged by the fire. Don't know why, but that impresses me on a Resident Evil, because I think, I don't remember right, but I think on the first 3, if you kill the zombie, you would just, you know, disable hitbox for him. These frogs are probably the most random enemies in the game. They can jump you and they can vomit at you. So we're hoping if they do something, we're hoping that they vomit on us, because it's slightly faster than they jumping and hugging us. If we have to take the hit. I'm here to the elevator boss fight. Hey Hayo, thanks for the good luck. So far, RNG has been... the only instance of RNG that we had was the worst. But enemy placement has been nice. We're gonna see a pattern with boss fights here. You just walk back and spam. And don't even care if you get hit or not. There we go. Should be done. Welcome to the longest death animation on any Resident Evil game. Takes a minute for a thick boy to die. And if you shoot the boss there, it will still make sound, so you're gonna waste ammo for no reason. Tongling lab section is inexistent. As you go down the chute, you're gonna press a button, enter the elevator, then it's done. I wish they explored more, you know, the character changing mechanics, kind of like Resident Evil 2 has, but on a interchanging way, instead of, you know, if you play the entire game as Leon, you can get stuff as Claire. Or if they remade Resident Evil 2 on this mold of switching back and forth during the main campaign itself. So yeah, there we go. We're done with lab. Falling will not be seen again until the end of the game. Okay. Can kill. The zombie can kill, you can avoid, or you can just take the hit. Timing is around the same for each, unless you're stupid and do like me and miss the first shot. It's a really difficult part of the game. You need to learn how to count back. Because we go 3, 2, 1 on the elevator. Because I do not know why they didn't make this more complicated. They could, but they didn't. So we go 1, we grab the key card, use the key card on 3, we use the recorder on 2, and we'll use the voice sample on 1 again.
Because thou hast obeyed my voice. Because thou hast obeyed my voice.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is a in-game time leaderboard for the speedrun, so that means that any way of playing this game is accepted. Be it emulator, be it console, be it a backwards compatible PS3. You can just play it anyway. Yeah, the hunter out there on the elevator will pretty much hit you every single time. He's just waiting for you there. I'm gonna get you. Instantly punches you. Another boss fight, and who wants to guess what I'm gonna do? Yes. I'm gonna spam people. This might be the one fight you actually need to aim. Because the game will auto-adjust your camera to face the nearest moving thing. So it can get a bit janky on that fight. Yeah, you got the railgun, best weapon ever. Aim in that aim. It's uncommon, use it only once in the game pretty much, but it exists. It's not a myth. I love how the puzzle in this game is like, do you want to press the button? You click yes and you win the puzzle. Or, oh, you have to do this button before that button. grab this. Just for safety. Because Morpheus can loop you if it desires to do so. So welcome to the worst fight ever. Where are you? There we go. Get hit here. Okay, no looping. You can literally do this spin attack as many times as you want it once. And if you get hit, you have a chance of not being able to avoid it with the duck. So it can go like that. It's a bit dangerous. Okay. Let me stop, thank you. And conveniently, the railgun malfunctions, and you cannot use it on this last stretch of the game. I don't consider this a boss fight, although it can go wrong if I waste too much ammo. It's more of a cinematic thing. Think it's similar to the K. Rool fight on Hong Kong A2 and the KC2. You're supposed to listen, following for directions, but I think this is a failure on the part of the team that developed this. They could have made this a random maze, so you could actually need to listen to her. But no, it's the same pathing every single time. I don't know if they didn't knew how to make the random stuff, or if the PS2 wasn't capable of doing it. But I think it would be a more interesting final battle if I had to actually think about stuff. So yeah, on the Blobophius, have to shoot the head when it comes out. I have no idea if it takes damage or not if you shoot the body. You know, even if less damage. But in order to make him go back, you need to shoot the head. So I assume it doesn't damage when you shoot the body. I have a cutscene here, I'm gonna skip it, please. There we go, our final confrontation with Morpheus. And there's time. And this is Resident Evil Dead Aim, everyone. It's a very, very straightforward run. Let's see our time here. The 26:58. Okay, not bad. My PB is a in-game time 26:01. This, I don't know why, but it feels like a silly Resident Evil game, you know. It has the same atmosphere as 1, 2, and 3. But it feels more jokey. I don't know. It's just weird.